What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ty, and today in this video I'm going to be reviewing Martin Scorsese's brand new film, Killers of the Flower Moon. I was so excited to see this one, and yeah, today's going to be a 5-minute review. That's a series on this channel where it's pretty self-explanatory. I give myself just 5 short minutes to give my thoughts, my feelings, what I loved about the movie, what I hated about it, and like I said, just that 5-minute time constraint. So with that being said, let's dive right into this review. If you guys like this video, please consider dropping a like, and if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. I would be greatly appreciated. But like I said, let's get right into it. By the way, at the end of the review, I'm going to be giving my rating, so make sure you stick around for that. All right, guys, timer just started. Let's get right into this. So I just want to start off by saying this. Martin Scorsese is my favorite filmmaker of all time, and it is such an honor to finally say I've seen one of his films in the theaters. But the question here is, did he disappoint? Guys, absolutely not. This was a phenomenal movie, and it's definitely one of the best of 2023 so far. I don't even really know where to get started here. Before I actually dive into the actual, elements of the story, the plot, things like that, Leonardo DiCaprio gives arguably his best performance in this movie. I don't even know how he could even act better. How he could improve on his acting or his historical accuracy when it comes to his mannerisms. It's just amazing to see. You forget you're even watching Leonardo DiCaprio in this film. Robert De Niro, right alongside him. Their chemistry is unmatched. And of course, the same chemistry goes right behind the camera to Martin Scorsese to create a triangle there, because they've all been working together for so long. And it shows. The talent is absolutely on display here. See, the thing with this film is, obviously, well, I don't want to make this like a super serious review, but this is a more touchy subject matter. I mean, we're talking about these people, the Native Americans, that essentially just got screwed over. I mean, this isn't a spoiler or anything, of course, this is just history, but yeah, Martin Scorsese's approach to this film was clearly done with the utmost respect. And I don't want to speak for people, I don't want to speak for Native Americans that are, around currently, but I'm just saying, like, it just appeared like he really loved this story, and he just wanted to tell it just to show who was on the right side of history and who was on the wrong side of history here. So going into the story elements here, I just can't believe how this movie was 3.5 hours long and it just flew by. I know that regardless of whether I say it flies by or not, people are going to be automatically turned off, but I've got to say, it's definitely worth a shot watching this movie. It doesn't feel like 3.5 hours in the slightest. There's not really boring moments. It's definitely a slow burn, but in the best way possible, because every single conversation is so interesting. It's so intricate. It's so thought-provoking. And it just makes you think, like, wow, this really happened in real life. Like, you're trying to almost process what's going on. Like, oh, this is a movie, but, this is pretty much retelling historical events here. And it's very moving, like I was saying. Wow. I mean, these performances. Speaking of performances, by the way, Lily Gladstone absolutely took my breath away. She has this somber, reserved tone, almost like this intelligent approach. And wow, if she doesn't win Best Supporting Actress, I don't know who's gonna. It was beautiful to watch play on screen, especially that, these actors and actresses, they're acting for longer because this movie is just a long-ass movie. So naturally, that's going to happen. How much longer do we have here? We have 2 minutes left on the timer. What else do I want to talk about here? I mean, guys, the way that, like, as this story goes on, it just gets more and more interesting is something that's beautiful to me, especially considering that, like I said, this is a long movie. So you've got to keep the audience entertained. It burns slowly, but it burns bright, and it's excellent. The cinematography is beautiful. The set pieces are amazing. Everything looks so accurate, and this world feels very lived in. It doesn't feel like, a set on a, movie studio area, whatever. Because I know they actually did travel to Oklahoma, where this film takes place, to record the footage. And you can tell, because everything just looks so natural. And on top of that, this is a movie where, kind of like Oppenheimer, it does retell historical events. However, in Oppenheimer, there were so many characters, and I feel like you get mixed up with the names and it gets confusing. In this movie, there's also a ton of characters, but it makes it very easy to follow, and you can clearly tell what everyone's purpose is in the story. Oh, their purpose is this. Their purpose is this. That's what their role is. They're friends with them. They're enemies with them. Just going over the kind of relationships here. It's easy to follow, like I said, and easy to remember the names, which is very impressive because if I'm going to be honest with you, I tend to like forget names in movies if there's like 100 different characters. But yeah, Martin did an excellent job basically just laying the story out. I know that it was based off a book as well, so I don't know how accurate it was to the book. I didn't read it or anything, but gotta say, it just feels good to say that this is another banger from Scorsese. And yeah, with 20 seconds left, what else do I want to say about this movie? Also, quickly want to mention this, the music that plays throughout is just spectacular. It's almost like there's constantly a score going on here, and I feel like it adds to the intensity of scenes and yeah, just this overarching, beautiful narrative that Scorsese told. But yeah, guys, that's going to just about do it for this review. You need to go see this movie if you're a Scorsese fan, if you're a Western fan, if you're a fan of De Niro or DiCaprio. It's not really hard to be fans of them. I mean, they're so popular, but yeah, guys, this was just such a sweeping epic. It was just such an amazing journey that kind of brought you on. And Scorsese basically just said, listen, I'm making this 3.5 hours. This is my story. This is how I'm going to tell it. Either you can see it or not want to see it. And I feel like I really like that. I feel like this was a really ambitious film and it paid off. And yeah, guys, that's going to just about do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.